There we go. What's up, guys? Welcome to the stream tonight. We are late night live. This is episode 6. Somehow we made it to 6 episodes. That's crazy.
6 weeks.
6 weeks in a row. So, Ace of Jacks, Chris is here.
Yep.
What's going on,
Hello.
bro?
Here
And
to
we
talk
got-
about games and whatever else.
Yeah, let's do it. 8-Bit Gaming Legend. Thank you for coming back, bro.
What's up, kids? Let's do this.
Dude, and you got a new microphone, so
I did. Hopefully, it doesn't sound as bad as last week. So, if there's any return viewers, that was my fault. I'm new to this whole thing. So, if it's better, great. If not, then we'll just continue to make improvements and go forward.
Yeah.
So just let me know.
I got my I busted out my 49ers jersey for tonight. So I got Joe Montana. I'm an old school 49ers fan. I'm not too much into NFL, but I'll root for them when they're playing in a big game here. And it looks like Dathan, you got the Sea Chickens hat.
Oh, always representing the Seahawks. Always. I do want the Niners to win on Sunday. NFC West representing. So let's knock the Chiefs off.
Yeah. I know we gotta. I don't know what Taylor Swift is gonna do if they lose, but
Well, that's the end of the relationship between her and Travis Kelce.
You think so? Oh,
Yeah.
they break up?
Oh,
Wow.
you
That's
know,
cold.
you just
Oh.
you can't keep up with them losers. Once it's over, it's over. You gotta end that.
Maybe Travis Kelce is so pissed off that he dumps her.
No.
There's
Maybe.
gotta be a prop bet on that.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I'll check the DraftKings. I'll scroll through and see if there's something on there.
I bet you there's definitely probably something on proposal. Like I think I've seen stuff on Vegas saying that they're gonna pay for a wedding for them at one of those chapels down there. So that'd be
drive-in chapels or whatever.
right.
Right after the game, just hop in a Cadillac and head on in there.
Yeah.
Elvis.
We need to go to Vegas, guys. That'd be freaking awesome.
Yeah. Well, we now have flights out of Salem here to go to Vegas.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, isn't it cheap, like $40 or something like that, one way? Something.
For 3 tickets, I was looking at Burbank, but for 3 tickets to Burbank, California, it's $120.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to Burbank in second week of March. For,
Burbank, California.
Transformer convention. Yeah,
Okay.
it was cheap. It was cheap. So I'm missing the side quest swap meet this year. I'm pretty.
Oh, you're gonna miss it?
about that. Yeah, I'm pretty bummed, but I can't do everything. I was really hoping it'd be the week after, but you know, it's the 40th anniversary reunion of Transformers, and I gotta be there.
That's awesome.
Gotta be. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a good time.
You need to take some video for us.
Oh, absolutely.
Your average gamers here, thank you, says Seahawks. They ain't been right since that pick in the end zone at the Super Bowl.
You're not lying. You are not lying. Should have ran it. Marshawn Lynch up the middle. Back-to-back Super Bowl chance, but nope.
So tonight I figured we can let's talk about what we're playing first. I want to talk about the supposed death of Xbox that's been going around. Apparently they're dead now, or maybe they have been dead. Maybe new Nintendo Direct rumors, and then anything else you guys got. So Dathan, you want to start? What have you been playing this last week?
I'm still rocking the Assassin's Creed Mirage. I'm trying to get that finished. I started playing a little bit of Shredder's Revenge on PlayStation Premium, just streaming it. I did play it on Xbox, so I'm trying to go through it on PlayStation again. That's got some DLC. I did pick up Super Mario Wonder. I need to start that because I haven't played that since Seattle, the Nintendo Live.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Event up there, the demo. That's pretty much it for right now. I'm just trying to crank through Assassin's Creed so I can get that done because I finished all the Assassin's Creed games, so I just want to get this one on my list. Minus Valhalla. To me, I don't like that one. I got about 2 hours into that one. I'm like, there's something about it. It was the combat, or there was something in it that I didn't get into. So I skipped that one.
But I got that game really cheap, and I've heard it's really long and sometimes boring. So, and maybe it gets better longer or later in the game, but
Mhm.
yeah, that's kind of what I've been hearing too. But how many hours are you into the current Assassin's Creed game you're playing?
Maybe 22, 23, give or take a few. I've got this thing with Assassin's Creed games where I get on the path and I see something gold show up on the map, and then I'm like, I gotta go get that, and then I gotta go get that. So the main story is always sidetracked for me. So that's why these games take me just 80, 90 hours to go through just to finish all of them. So I try to finish everything if I can.
Yeah, yeah, and
But it's a good one. It's a good one.
there's so many side quests in that too. Like, they just keep
Yeah,
you busy.
yeah, for sure, definitely.
Chris,
And I've been doing the Steam Next Fest, so I've been downloading a lot of demos.
oh, okay, like what?
The one that I just recently did and put a video on my channel of is one called Indica. You play a nun who's on a journey with an unusual partner, the devil. So,
Oh,
and it's a really
that's your perfect game. Your brother needs to play that.
It's a really strange one. It's kind of bizarre little game and everything. It took me about 45 minutes to beat the demo, and
Oh, okay.
it's an odd one, but there's some other ones out there that I'm recently downloaded. I gotta give a try out. Soul Mask is another one. Pacific Drive. Oh, what were some of the other ones?
There's so many games on Steam. It's
Yeah,
yeah.
crazy.
they're just well, and the Next Fest is a good way to like see games that may or may not come out, but you can experience some demos. There's some good ones out there. But yeah, and then on my Switch, I went back to Xenoblade Chronicles X, the definitive edition.
Nice.
X.
So I've got about 50 hours in that one.
Wait.
It was
What's
originally on the Wii.
Oh, okay.
So Xenoblade Chronicles was on the Wii, and then they re-released it on the Switch as the definitive edition. But it's supposed to be like over 100 hours.
I have Xenoblade Chronicles 3, but I haven't opened it yet.
I've got that one too, and that made me want to go back and play the Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Well, let me know. And you're playing that right now. Let me know if you start really liking that.
Well, 50 hours in.
Okay.
There's just so much to it.
Yeah. Huh. All right. Let's see. What did I play? I've been playing still a lot of Yakuza Infinite Wealth. That game's freaking awesome. I think I'm 25 hours into it now, and you start doing some really crazy stuff in Hawaii. So I totally recommend that game. It's a ton of mini games. It's a lot of fun. Did any of you guys play the Final Fantasy VII demo that came out?
Not yet.
I beat the first. I guess there's like a first mission. It takes about an hour. It's okay. I didn't play I didn't play the first Final Fantasy VII remake game, so I'm kind of going to this a little blind, but it's got good graphics. The story seems interesting. It seems more engaging than Final Fantasy 16 to me, and I think I'm gonna give it a go. And then, but the other cool thing I did today was I downloaded the beta for Skull and Bones, and I was really interested to see what that was like, because it kind of looked like Sea of Thieves, but then I was like hearing so many bad things about it, like the game's been delayed. I think Chris, we talked about this before, like Skull and Bones like got delayed so many freaking times, and that was like just a really bad sign, and I was really wary of like what the game's going to look like. But I had a lot of fun with it. Like, you start off and you're just in a ship. You got a big ship, and it's not like Sea of Thieves. Like, when you want to fire a cannon or something, you need to have like guys on the deck and manning each cannon. You can just fire your cannons with the right trigger, and you're steering the ship, and you start off, you got your ship, and then this whole British fleet comes and attacks you, and you lose everything, and you got to start over, and that's how you start building your character up. And that's kind of how it's just the main intro to the game. And it's open world, so you got characters coming in and out, players coming in and out. You can have guys on your team. I'm not sure how it works when you got another player on your team, but it's very intriguing. It's got cross play. I might pick it up. So it's $70. I know those Ubisoft games. Michael B touched on this last week. Like, those Ubisoft games come down in price pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's
So
why I'm
maybe
waiting
I
on
wait.
Prince of Persia. That's what I'm waiting on. The demo was good. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to drop full price on it. I might want to wait a little bit.
Yeah, Prince of Persia, I really enjoyed it. I beat it. I think I told you guys last week. Really fun game. It's so smooth. That frame rate. I love those games that the frame rate's 120 frames a second. It's like buttery smooth. I think even on Nintendo Switch, I've heard it like runs really well. So
Yeah, I played the demo on the Switch, and I was surprised at how fluid the controls were with everything, and it played really well.
yeah. So yeah, really good. So that's what I'm doing.
And did you get the Skull and Bones through Ubisoft, or was it on? Are you playing PS5 or Xbox?
I'm doing Xbox because I figured. Well, first of all, I think most of my friends are on Xbox, and you got to pay to play. To even do multiplayer on PlayStation, you got to have their what is it called, the gold tier.
The premium status or whatever it is.
Really? So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, to do any kind of multiplayer game on PlayStation, you got to have their subscription plan. Now, I've got Game Pass too, but I don't know. It's a hard choice. Like, when I'm trying to figure out when a game comes out, what system do I get it on? Sometimes I really struggle with that. You try to see reviews when things come out, what people are talking about. Maybe something plays better than the other one. But I think multiplayer games, for me, Xbox is the way to go. And single player games, story driven games, for whatever reason, PlayStation, maybe they're the way to go. I don't know. What do you guys think?
My default's always Xbox.
Yeah.
And then obviously exclusives for PlayStation, get PlayStation. But now that's, the rumors swirling about all these excuses possibly switching over. I mean, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen?
Well, and a lot of those rumors too are also saying they're not going to be coming over for free. So, if you have Game Pass on Xbox, you'll be able to play those day one Xbox titles for free on Xbox. But if you want to play on the PlayStation, you got to pay full price. And
Right.
So, and then you're kind of getting if I've got both systems and I've got the Game Pass, why would I get it on the PlayStation 5? And then the people who just have PlayStation 5 or whatever system, it's a good thing for Microsoft in terms of they're expanding where all their games are going to, and it's probably going to be a benefit to them. There are probably going to be a lot of people who will get pissed off and upset that Microsoft is seemingly abandoning them to go put their games on PlayStation. How dare they? But from a business standpoint, it actually sounds like they're realizing that the Xbox system, the console itself, isn't selling the way they want it to. And so they're kind of like, we need to expand out, get our games onto their systems, because that's where the money's made. It's not on the consoles.
Right.
Yeah. No, I agree. And I guess Microsoft hasn't made a formal announcement. I think they're going to say something finally next week. Here we go. It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Yep.
But apparently, it seems like the internet really went way wild with it this week and talking about how Xbox is now dead. So now that we're porting these games to these other systems, that, you know, the console is dead. No one's going to be playing Xbox. You know, you might as well just throw it in the garbage. I think it's like crazy, like what people are talking about. Maybe Microsoft didn't say anything, so I feel like people are just talking about Xbox all the time. Every channel I go on YouTube right now, they're all talking about it. It's like I've never heard them get this much press before. It's kind of it's really crazy. Maybe it's for their benefit. You know, a bad press can be good press, but you know, and it got me thinking, like, what titles would you like to see maybe on like Nintendo Switch or something? Like, yeah, like I'd play maybe the Halo games or Gears on a little Nintendo console. That'd be cool. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I'd be down for. I don't think this is such a bad thing, like what we're saying. But obviously, there's gonna be people that are gonna be divided, that are gonna be split. You know, and I've seen videos of people trading in their Xboxes already to get Steam Decks and all that stuff. They take it to GameStop and they get their $2 or however much GameStop does their stuff now. I'm more frustrated with Xbox, you know, getting rid of their physical media team. That's what I'm more frustrated. Obviously, I wasn't here for I'm sure that was touched on a few weeks ago, but I'm more frustrated with that. And you know, I've been physical media since my ColecoVision way back in the day, and so I'm more frustrated with that than I am anything than what's going on now. Yeah, I'll play Gears on the PS5. I'll play it on Switch. You know, there's more platforms for people to play it on. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, but I will say it's not just Microsoft that's getting to get rid of physical. I think PlayStation is definitely on the same road. They just maybe haven't let anyone know yet. But like, I pre-ordered MLB The Show 24 this week. Chris, you know I'm big into that game. Like that was like my biggest Nintendo Switch and PlayStation game I played last year. I really, you know, I'm getting into that. At least for the first month and a half, I really played the hell out of that. But the collector's edition dropped. It's $125. It comes with a cool hat. I'm like, oh man, I gotta get that cool hat. It comes with a steel book, but it doesn't come with a disc. It comes with no disc.
That's a lot of games now, though. That's a lot.
It's just like Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, the Spider-Man. You got the Spider-Man, the collector's edition that, you know, just came with steel book and the statue and everything, but there was no physical. I can't remember the last collector's edition that I bought that actually had a disc in there.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess
God of War God of War came with the hammer. I don't know if that had a physical. It was just the
just
code.
A download code. Yep, I got that too. Yeah, no, that's a Sony thing. I'm trying to remember. Well, the problem with Microsoft, like they haven't really had too many collector's editions. I know they had the Star. If you call the Starfield one they came out with, there's no disc in that one either. The watch one, but it's got a digital like key fob in the steelbook. Your Tekken collectors had a disc. Okay, well that's cool. Dude, I tried to order a physical copy of Tekken, and somehow I ordered the digital copy on Amazon, and so I got a digital copy, and like I try to go talk to customer service, like, yeah, any refunds? Nope, no refunds on digital purchases. I'm like, crap. But at least I've got it. But I wish I had got a physical copy. But yeah, no, they'll talk about how Xbox is losing physical. I think Sony's going to be exactly the same way. Nintendo, I think, is going to be the last holdout for physical. I think they're still going to have it for this next console. It makes sense. And I really hope it's the new system, the Switch 2, is backwards compat with all the other Switch games.
And the cartridges just work so much better than the disc did.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
GameCube discs always got scratched up.
Mm-hmm.
And so did the Wii disc. cartridges. You can go back and play NES and Super NES cartridges. It's not working. Blow it out. Oh, good to go. You know,
Yeah.
you don't get that with the
Yeah.
discs. Once they get scratched, it's like not
There's
much
different
you can do.
there's different problems like the Switch things. I can see them just being so super small, and you start losing them. And there's other things that happened. I think with the Switch itself, the Joy Cons are garbage. So you eventually need to get new Joy Cons. I think I'm at the point where I need to get a new Joy Con on one of my sides because it's not working right. But hopefully next month they announce a Switch 2. So apparently, what I heard this morning is that you might be able to pre-order it next month, $400. So
Okay. I see Nintendo dropped their. Well, you heard about the because Seattle did the Nintendo Live for PAX. So you remember that?
yeah,
And then they were going to rotate between Seattle and Tokyo, from what I heard. But they canceled the Tokyo one that was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Which I didn't get in. I didn't read into.
yeah,
it,
they
but
didn't say why, did they?
But they dropped I think it was a 30-minute Zelda orchestra this morning. That was
Right.
on YouTube. And
I wonder if that was the
downloaded
same
it.
orchestra that was at Nintendo Live. I bet it was.
I'm not sure if it was, because I know they have a traveling one, and I think it's the same orchestra that, because I think like in 2017 to 2019, they did one where they played at like Keller Auditorium and stuff like that. A big, huge production, and I saw them 3 times. And it was a little bit different every time, but it was mostly the same. I was just a big fan of it. But it was pretty much the same thing that they had in Seattle, where it was that little corner. But I think it was a little bit more of a broad range of instruments and stuff that they had for. They had a conductor and everything. If you haven't seen the video, it's basically just what we saw in Seattle.
Okay. No, I need to check it out. I need to check it out for sure. Chris and I are old band geeks.
Oh, this is right up your alley, then. You guys are gonna love it.
Yeah.
What was that?
I was going to mention, instead of replacing your Joy-Cons, you can actually just get the replacement Hall Switch joystick replacements, which don't have the drift issue.
But then you got to open it up and fiddle with it.
My brother did that with all of his. It took him 5 minutes to replace.
Maybe I'll just. All right. Maybe I don't think it's the. Well, what is the issue?
It's the Joy.
It's not for me. It's not the. I'm not having drift. It's some kind of other issue I'm having with the Joy-Con. So it's something else.
Yeah, because the drift issue is due to the fact that the components in the Joy-Cons are all mechanical, so they wear over time. Whereas with these Hall switches, they're supposed to be like electromagnetic.
Yeah, they're using magnets, right.
So they don't have the rubbing going on as you adjust the stick.
Right. I've got third-party stuff too that I use with my Switch, but yeah, it's hopefully on the new system too. They fixed some of that. I know there were lawsuits, people trying to sue Nintendo and trying to do class action stuff. So we'll see. But anyway, back to Xbox. Like, I just find I go back to like thinking like why I started playing Xbox. Like, I really got into Halo when it started, Chris. I mean, you were there. Like, we played the heck out of that game. Gears of War. This seems like it reminded me of like it was the official unofficial Dreamcast 2, because it had all these games I felt like could have been on the Dreamcast. They just ported them over to Xbox, and we just kept going with it. I really like how they are an American company. Seems like everyone else is in Japan, so whether that's unconscious or subconscious, it feels good to support people in the United States, I guess. But I feel like Xbox, if there is no console, maybe it's all about the games. It's all about the games in the end. And if there's no console, I don't know, in the future, maybe it's not a bad thing. The kids in the future, they'll be like, yeah, um, why did that's just a paperweight. If you can just maybe just stream it to your TV anyway. I think Microsoft just wants to get the games to as many people in the world as possible, and the console is really just a barrier for like people in a third world country, people in South America. They don't have too much money, and I think it's just they're just players out there that want to play. And I see Microsoft's strategy. They want to get it out as many people as they can. Do you guys remember the 360 launch party in the warehouse in the desert? Did you go to that, man? Yeah, I did see video on that. But I don't see Microsoft jumping out anytime soon. And they did announce their financials, I think, 2 weeks ago or something. Now that they own Activision Blizzard, they're now making more money in their gaming space than they are making for Windows. So that's incredible. So they got it. They've got the titles. They just need to port it out and maybe bring in things to PlayStation and Nintendo Switch or wherever. Whatever gets them the most money. Um, you know, it is what it is. What are you guys thinking?
I just don't want the studios that they've picked up to kind of become like EA did with a lot of the studios they picked up, where they just
Right.
disappear. Because there were some amazing games that were put out. There was a Saboteur. I'm trying to think of the studio that made that game, that EA picked up and then shuttered.
Yeah, and we were just talking about last week, or it was 2 weeks ago, all the layoffs Microsoft did just recently because of the merger. I guess their response now is that these layoffs were planned over a year ago, so we'll just have to take them at their word. But it's been a rough year for the developers and stuff, and I hate seeing people lose their jobs. But at the same time, the pandemic, it created a lot of not unhealthy, some trends that people were gaming more that maybe they aren't gaming now. And live service games were bigger a couple years ago than they are now. It's really fascinating what's going on.
Yeah,
It's unfortunate that
they got rid of E3 altogether. And I understand that
Yeah.
the big three companies do their own directs and their state of plays and what have you. But E3 was just like a big celebration in the summer for games, and it was big. It was big time. But yeah, that was, it is nice that PAX is still around. PAX is still doing its thing, and PAX is starting
Yeah.
to get back to what it was before the pandemic, which is nice. But E3 was just had something. There's just something special about it. Just sitting and watching G4 all day instead of and watching all the new demos and all of that stuff. But that was unfortunate about that.
Right. No, I think I really want to go back to Seattle for that their no
PAX West.
PAX West. Yeah, thank you. No, Chris, your brother went to E3, and yeah, it would have been amazing to go to that, because it seemed like every company was there. I always see that image where they had Nintendo, Microsoft, Xbox, Sega, and when Sega was still doing Dreamcast, and they had like all four of them right there. Like, oh my god! And it's like, and then everyone's got the games out, and yeah, it sounded amazing. It seems like there is some kind of market there. Someone needs to capitalize on that, and people want to go out and play demos and stuff like that. So maybe PAX West has something down in LA eventually, but yeah, we'll just keep going up there for now, and I had a blast with you, Chris and
Oh
Dathan.
yeah, it was.
Maybe we make it a thing all together. But so
Yeah, I've been going for about 5 or 6 years now. Well, not like some people have been going
Back when it was called Penny Arcade or something like that. I forgot.
right.
But then they switched over to what they call it now. But I think they have 4 of them. I think they have East in Boston. I think that's going on next month, I think. And then they have
Okay. Yeah.
PAX Online or Unplugged, whatever you call it.
Yeah, waiting in lines for launch consoles and games was always an event. And there was
absolutely, yes.
the midnight releases at GameStop. I don't remember. I didn't do too many of those. Maybe I just remember putting in my pre-order and I just wouldn't have to worry about it. Like, just go in and pick it up the next day. But there were some times I didn't pre-order it. And like, I remember this one story where I went into EB Games and I tried to pick up a copy of like Halo 3 and they said, well, do you have your pre-order? I'm like, no, I don't have it. Went over to GameStop on the other side of the mall. They gave me a copy. I bought a copy, and then I went over to EB Games like, oh, guess who got my money, guys? Thanks. But I heard there were some midnight releases for the new Zelda game. But maybe that'd be awesome if more companies do more of that.
The last one I remember was the PlayStation 4.
I think for me it was funny story.
Was the PlayStation 3, the pre-order, not the pickup, the pre-order. I slept on the mall floor with a buddy just to pre-order it, and this was 3 or 4 months before. And then we pre-ordered it, and then about a month later, we got a call like, "Hey, just want to let you guys know that you and your buddy are like, you're going to get your console," but we had to cut our shipment got cut in half. So we just want to let you guys know that you pre-ordered it and you guys are good to go. So just come pick it up on launch day, and then we did that. And so that was the PS3. So what 06 when that happened.
Yeah, and
Chris,
I remember those PS3s, the launch ones that were backwards compatible.
Mm-hmm. The 60 gig, yeah.
Yep, and then
back there somewhere,
maybe somewhere over
there. You got some cool stuff back there.
somewhere over in that corner. It's in there. That console's in there. The other day I was moving a box around. I was like, wait a minute, shaking. I was like, there's that console in here. Check. So.
Well, and then they
they
released their new version shortly after that wasn't backwards compatible.
Mm-hmm.
And you open them up, and they were just missing a couple of components.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, I think that one's up there too. That's the gray box. It's
right below that one over there.
And then it was
a little bit of a slimmer.
And then let's bring out the slim, and
Dathan, we need to get you to do like a room tour eventually here. You got a lot of stuff in the background there.
We'll hit up next week. I'm still recovering from Comic-Con. I've had no time to clean out my stuff, so maybe next week we'll set some time aside and we'll do a walk around.
Dude, Smoke Break's here. Dude, what's going on, man?
You
had a great show earlier. Okay. Yeah, you're giving Chris. Chris is starting to get withdrawals from not having his cigarette.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. No. So it was Pandemic Games was the developer that I was thinking of that EA shut down, but they had made Lord of the Rings Conquest, Mercenaries 2, Destroy All Humans 2, Star Wars Battlefront 2, Star Wars Battlefront.
Dude, did you play Destroy All Humans 2? That's like $10 right now.
Yeah. I mean, they have a list of games they developed that were amazing, and then EA buys them and shuts them down. And it's like, if Microsoft doesn't do something with the studios they've bought and let them take the IPs and develop games,
it'll be a major travesty if they don't do anything with some of their IPs.
It will.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the big worry really is, what are they going to do with these studios? So
I'm still waiting for news on NCAA 2024.
Oh yeah,
whatever's gonna happen. If I'm sure it's gonna be called 2025. I would guess. or did they do the next year?
Yeah, I heard that someone on Instagram showed a picture last week of them filming a commercial for the game.
Was that the one in the Rose Bowl?
Yes, you
Okay,
saw
yes,
that.
I saw that too. Yes.
So, and it was by a video game commercial director. So I guess there's different kind of movie directors. There's TV directors. This is a guy that specifically does video game commercials, and he's worked with EA before. So it's very possible that this it's definitely seems legit to me. So I'm really hoping we see something soon about it. I did hear also the other thing I heard about that game is they're going to have stadium specific like sounds and events that happen. So like I'm hoping like Oregon Ducks fan, we're gonna see like the shout at the end of the third quarter,
Mm-hmm.
more things like akin to that. Like
Yeah.
every school's got their traditions, and if they really bring more into that and seeing the upgraded graphics, it's gonna be awesome. Yeah, I really hope that game is gonna be good. They've been working on it for a while now, so fingers crossed. Yeah,
I mean, they
I
did
really
say this summer. They said summer of 2024.
yeah.
I figure you see something by now.
I figure, yeah, right. There, I bet you it's going to come out right before the college football season.
So I guess the big delay for it was last year. Brand R filed a lawsuit against EA Sports over licensing for the NCAA, and they actually settled. They dropped their claim, and here, according to this article, it says that they're going to have a release date of Friday, July 12th.
Okay, that's pretty specific.
So
I hope so.
And who's going to be on the cover?
I think the cover's
Tim
gonna be
Tebow.
No, he was already on the covers, bro.
He was there. I think it's going to be a collage of the last 10 years of players. Maybe not Heisman Trophy winners, maybe some high-profile players, but I think it's going to be a collage of some sort.
That'd be dope.
And there might be multiple covers that you can get. There'll be a collector's with the last Heisman or something like that.
Jayden Daniels, he was the quarterback for LSU, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're an LSU fan. He won the Heisman last year. Oh, brother. Yeah.
I mean, if they want to release it without having to pay anyone, they just put out a cover with stadiums instead of players.
I think they're playing these players are getting too much NIL money or whatever it is now. I think they're gonna put somebody on it. Maybe it is going to be a collage, but you need something attractive and like, whoa, we're bringing back this game. We're launching it. Like they got to do something special. So,
would you buy a collector's edition if they had it, depending on what was in it?
Right. What would be the ideal collector's edition for that? So you get your steel book, no digital code.
Yeah, like maybe a
football or something. But I just say like, take my money. Here you go. Just take it.
A little mini football, yeah, with the logos on it, maybe. I don't know.
Something.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
But it seems like EA doesn't really do those for Madden, so I'm not expecting. Well, they'll do them, but like they'll do like the $100 version, and you get all the like the card game kind of stuff that goes with it.
Yeah.
And I'm not really into that. The baseball stuff I'm into, but not for Madden. Still trying to get my Daniels auto to match my Burrow auto. Okay. You're a LSU fan through and through, bro. That's awesome. We're not too big on too knowledgeable about LSU out here on the West Coast, but let me know what the traditions are that you'd like to see them have in the new NCAA football game.
I think it'd be like every game would be a night game.
Because night games.
Yeah, it seems like they always do night games at LSU, right?
It's
Death Valley. I think that's what it's called. Death Valley. Yeah, they would be every game is a night game. That's probably what it, there's no option for a
It's a
morning
southern
game.
thing. SEC football is huge down here. Yeah, it's a southern thing. Do you like
Yeah,
my?
I touched Madden for the first time today in probably 9 years. Or
It's on
better.
Game Pass, isn't it?
Yep. So I
Yeah.
got Madden 24. Played San Francisco 49ers against the Chiefs, and
Who won?
49ers won.
Did they really? Okay.
Yeah.
There you
go. I'm not too. I didn't like the new passing styles they had. They had 3 different options to pick from, and I was like, just give me the traditional old school way of playing football.
Right.
I don't need to sit here and have a little meter show up, and it's like, oh, I got to hit at the right time, otherwise he's going to throw the ball. And
Well, it seems like I haven't played this year's version. I played the year before, and there was like a catch meter. So to get a perfect catch, you had to time it exactly when to hit the button, and it was like a scale. I really hated that. I turned that off as soon as I could. Like,
yeah,
if I throw the ball, you better damn catch it, and there shouldn't be some stupid meter whether you can catch the ball. Smoke break. Real quick, Death Valley traditions are not safe for work. LOL. If a band played neck in the game, it would get a M rating. Okay.
Good to know. Good to know.
But yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to that game. I'm glad you are too, and maybe we can all three do some kind of thing where we, if they did like a dynasty thing, we could have all like different teams going. That'd be freaking awesome.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
But I think, like one of the previous guys was saying on the chat, like 2014 was a good game. That was probably that's going to be tough to top. I think as long as if they keep it mostly the same from that and just kind of expand on the graphics, like the traditions you were talking about, then it'd be good. But don't like the gameplay itself. Maybe just keep it mostly the same because I think that's what made NCAA so good.
Right. So yeah,
I mean,
it's been 10 years. We need it. Like,
yeah, we do.
Yeah,
inject that stuff into my veins already.
Just make it arcade gameplay style.
No,
they don't.
I'd love a new Blitz. I'd love a new Blitz, dude.
They don't need to go with the realistic like control schemes of you got 6 different buttons you need to hit before you can throw a perfect pass. Just give me an arcade game and I'm good.
Well, no, the whole thing about NCAA football, like every team's got their different offenses, and you gotta learn specific offenses. Like I love doing the option play. I love faking people out in 2014. Like so good. Like there was always some play to get someone all pissed off, and I remember people would rage quit against me when I got up real high on touchdowns, and they just got pissed off, and it was unbelievable. But I want to be all about sportsmanship. It was so good. And then playing on the couch with somebody. That game's too. You need to be able to figure out how to hide your plays so they're not looking loosey looking at your playbook. But
I remember the old Madden days where like Madden 92
on the Genesis, where you would hike the ball and you'd run a pass play, and then you push a button and like 3 windows would pop up on the TV, and you'd have to hit the one that had the open receiver and just throw it, and then it was Hail Mary. That's all it was. It was just Hail Mary down the field every single time.
Nothing beats couch co-op. Yeah.
Old LAN parties back in the day.
Dude, yeah.
I remember coming over to your dorm room and playing Halo there.
Yeah. So I went to Western Oregon, and when I was trying to get a bachelor's degree, the long story, it didn't happen, but we were in the dorm room, and maybe this is why I didn't finish my degree, but hooking up the original Xbox to their network there at the college, and it would detect other Xboxes on the network, and we'd play Halo Capture the Flag. Freaking amazing. Like those times were so good, and we eventually figured out who we were playing against, and we set it up with them, would do it again. That was incredible. And it was not only, so it was like mainly Halo 1, and then people would play Counter-Strike. And I wasn't even really into Counter-Strike on PC, but I got into it a little bit. And that game's fun too if you got a lot of player, and playing it on a local area network was great. Yeah.
I never really got into the Halo on Xbox. My like original online play, where it's kind of weird, was Burnout 2 on the PlayStation 2, where you had to have that adapter hooked up to the back of it. And I remember just having headphone cords and charging cords. I mean, it was just all over the place trying to play this game and talk to people at the same time. And it was getting into games was few and far between back in the day. It was tough. So once you got in a game and you kept playing, I mean, you wanted to stay there. You didn't want to leave. But yeah, those were my original online gaming. And Mortal Kombat Puzzle Fighter. That's weird, but it was there. It was
Okay, yeah, right.
It was available to play, and it was fun. That was my introduction.
That's cool. Yeah. No one has local area networks in their house anymore, do they? Maybe you guys do, Chris.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
Everything's online.
I used to play Star Trek Birth of the Federation on PC. Do you remember this, Chris? I had that going on 2 different PCs, and that was on a network. So you couldn't, and it's not one of those games where you could do split screen on a computer monitor. You needed 2 computers to do it. That was a lot of fun. Me and my old buddy Ben used to do that.
I have Star Trek Bridge Crew on my Meta Quest. You know,
Right.
Not the Oculus anymore. That was kind of a fun one, but I need more people that play the game.
Yeah.
For it to actually work.
Is that the same one that came out for PSVR
Yeah.
a while ago, a couple of years ago? Okay, I was wondering how that was.
Well, they need to port it to PlayStation VR 2, but I almost feel like PlayStation VR 2 is dying off here.
You know, I played it for a few hours and it's been sitting in the box since.
Yeah.
I think I played the Call of the Mountain, the Horizon, and then I played Gran Turismo, and Gran Turismo made me sick. I don't know what it was with that. I just not good with that one at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I played it for a couple of minutes. The Gran Turismo. Yeah, it's immersive a little bit, but yeah, it didn't make. I don't get sick. My wife got sick when she does it, but it's really disappointing that they haven't done much with the system. And that last PlayStation showcase, they didn't even really announce anything.
Yeah, they had that weird that medieval game or whatever it was. That I don't like the hands. Like there's a hand, but there's nothing behind it. I don't know where that kind of creeps me out. I don't like that.
Legendary Tales, is that the one?
Yes, yeah, that's the one. They had that other game that didn't seem too bad.
My brother got that one, Legendary Tales. He's been playing it.
I really like the Kayak VR. I got that for PlayStation VR 2. I have the Star Wars one, but I haven't really got into it.
Is it the Tales from?
Yeah, Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, I got that on the Oculus or MetaQuest as well.
I probably need to get the one that came with the system. I just got the PlayStation VR headset so I could get it as cheap as possible. Legendary Tales Metro VR was announced for PlayStation VR 2 at the last State of Play. Yeah, it's disappointing. They should have had more, though. And it seems like there's more and more studios. It seems like a studio just was announcing just today or yesterday that they're not going to put any more money into PlayStation VR. So yeah, more uh, regrets on things we shouldn't have bought. Maybe, I don't know.
It's all going to be about the Apple Vision Quest Pro or whatever it is.
Oh
You know,
yeah, dude.
so you
You're
can
gonna,
drive your car, wear that thing, and
dude.
you
Did
know.
you see there's some video? I don't know if it's fake. Like a guy getting pulled over by the cops. Did you see this?
Yeah,
Guy got pulled over by like an unmarked cop truck, and he's in his what is that cyber truck,
he was in the Tesla on the autopilot and had that thing on.
but it was like a cyber truck or whatever. And he got out and he had that on. And Casey Neistat had a good video about, he walked around Times Square with his on, but it seems like everyone's like doing it as like a flex now. Like, yeah, I dropped $3,500 on this.
I heard
Yeah.
people are returning them now.
Are they?
Yeah, I heard they're taking them back because the comfort level isn't good, and apparently the original prototypes, if you want to call them prototype, they had a strap that went over, I guess, like over the head, not just behind, but it had two of them on there. And I guess that's kind of a big deal because people were wanting more comfort on it, and it's not, you know.
Well, iFixit put out their breakdown video of the teardown of it, and Apple had said the entire thing's made of glass on the front, and they were like, they started cutting into it. It's like it's all plastic. So everything they said was glass is plastic on the thing.
They really need. I'll get into it when they drop the price, so it's gonna happen.
Agreed.
Dude, bad guy Mike Worley's here. Thanks for stopping by tonight. Want to stop by and say hi before I hit the sack. Dude, and I got my 49ers jersey on, bro. We need to play NFL Blitz again. I played him once and he beat me. And I think he was playing probably his Pittsburgh Steelers. And I was playing the 49ers and I somehow lost against him. It's Apple. Prices don't drop. Yeah, I know. That's who Microsoft's main competitor is now. It's going to be Apple. And if Apple gets in more of the gaming space, it should get interesting because those are the two main people going on right now. Dude, we got somebody watching on Twitch, so thank you, whoever you are, bro. I appreciate you.
Well, did you see Disney bought 1.5
Epic
billion
Games
sharing that for Fortnite?
Yeah, makes me not want to buy Fortnite, huh? I still see people playing that online. Like I don't understand. I guess I've never played Fortnite, but it doesn't seem interesting to me at all.
It's no. So it's become a gaming hub now. So if you go into Fortnite now, there's Lego Fortnite, which is actually Minecraft. They have band, what was it? Guitar Hero is in there now.
Right. That's cool.
Because Epic owns Harmonix, so they've done that, and then they've got the Fortnite Battle Royale. But that's all it is they've now turned it into a hub, and they can make they've got Rocket League too with that, or not Rocket League, but the like Super Mario Kart, so you can race
right.
and everything. But it's not just the Battle Royale and all that anymore, and so it's, whoever developed this game knew that they were going to go for a hub type thing and make it where they could just make anything. It almost feels like maybe they're trying to go against Roblox at this point.
Yeah. But Roblox doesn't have any of those licenses, so yeah, I can see a lot of kids are gonna want to play it. Luckily, no one in my clan here has started, but yeah, it's an interesting phenomenon. Maybe that's where we're headed here.
Yeah.
Well, dude, maybe we're closing up here. Do you guys have any final thoughts, Dathan? It's been a good show.
I got nothing.
Super Bowl prediction. Let's
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Let's go. Niners.
27, Chiefs 24.
Oh, that's gonna be a close game.
I think it'll be close. But I think it's going to be under the score prediction.
Because always the first quarter is always low scoring, just because the nerves and everything. So
Right.
if you're gonna place a bet, take the under in the first quarter.
That's what I think.
Chris, do you have a score prediction for Super Bowl? Better come up with one. I'm putting you on the spot.
7-3. 49ers win it.
Oh man, that's gonna be a rough game. Do you know
It's-
that's probably typical. Like so many NFL games, I feel are just boring as hell, and that's the score.
A few years ago, I think the Rams only scored 3 points. I think it was
13-3, I think is what it was. Like in
My God.
2018, I think it was, or something like that.
But
Yeah.
NFL is king. That's the best sport going. Blah blah blah. Okay.
Yeah, that was a tough watch. I remember that.
And it's all scripted.
So what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Well,
Yeah,
so much of it
very
is they're talking on the news like when the game actually starts. Like I think they're saying it's 3:30 here Pacific,
Mm-hmm.
but like they want you to tune in as early as possible because they're going to do an ultimate pregame thing, and I guess CBS. It's on CBS. They're not exactly saying when exactly the game is going to start because you can't. They don't want you to tune in exactly when it happens. They want you to watch all the commercials right up to that. There's so much money. They've scripted it out exactly. It's really fascinating what they're going to be pumping right at the beginning, and then the advertising money. It's the NFL showcase for their whole year, so it's their best foot forward. It's a really fascinating thing we do as Americans is watch this, and everyone watches it. But I'll say my prediction, I'm really hoping the 49ers do pull it out. It probably will be a close game. Hope is there going to be a Deadpool commercial?
Yes.
Ooh,
There is
There we
gonna be a
go.
Deadpool trailer.
okay. I hadn't heard that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Probably a 30-second teaser like they usually do.
Like the Marvels usually do.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder what else they're going to talk about. I'm looking forward to. There's a new Aliens movie coming out this year. And I bet you they're going to do something on Moana 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think what else I've heard that's going to be coming out.
They'll have
Maybe we'll see another spot on Ghostbusters.
Yeah, they'll have an extension on the Dune 2. I'm sure they will.
Yeah. I bet you they're going to also pump. It's on CBS. They're going to pump the stuff that's on Paramount Plus, and they're going to talk about the Halo TV series, which I watched the first episode of that. I thought it was terrible, so I clicked off of it. But maybe Chris, did you watch that whole thing or what?
I don't care for Master Cheeks.
Yeah.
You know? I'm good.
Yeah.
I started to watch the first season, and I was like, this just isn't. It's not Master Chief. And then,
I think a lot of people felt that.
I'd seen an interview with the guy where he's like, "We're doing right by Master Chief because I have to take off the helmet," and I'm like, "But Master Chief didn't take off the helmet in the games.
No,
that wasn't part of it." I want to know why it is that Carl Urban playing Judge Dredd is the only actor who's like, I'm playing a character in a movie who never takes off his helmet, so I'm never taking off my helmet because it's not about me. It's about the character. And you get all these actors who are like, oh, if I'm going to play this character who you never get to see their face, I got to take my helmet off. And I got to give them some of the best butt cheek shots they've ever seen in their life.
Whatever gets people to tune in.
Yeah, it's
not my chief. Yeah, that was a real hashtag, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. It's I don't care for it. They might, they had the treatment last week for Sonic 3 for the logo. Maybe they'll show an actual like teaser trailer here at the Super Bowl for that one.
Yeah, yeah. I bet they will, and they'll probably show more of the Knuckles TV series too. So, yeah, I'm hoping for some surprises. Yeah, that'd be fun. And the Usher halftime show, dude. Chris, you're gonna be dancing to that.
Is it Usher?
Yeah.
Because we don't do any new music for halftime shows. We got to go with all these
No.
old.
Well, it's like our parents, like all those musical acts are like in wheelchairs, you know? So it's like I think Usher he's probably around our age. Maybe he's a little older. I don't know.
Oh,
I almost want to Google it.
Usher and Reba McEntire?
No.
I just don't
There's
care.
going to be like a
This one-
wardrobe malfunction. Oh, God.
Just want the game and the commercials and love that's it. Don't care about the halftime. Because the halftime thing is like a 30-minute thing now. 30, 35 minutes or whatever.
There's a good YouTube short. I don't know. I can't remember what this kid's name was, but like he's with his girlfriend, and all he remembers is, or all his girlfriend knows is like what the halftime show is. So he's got a completely different Super Bowl on that she's like watching last year's or something, and he switches to the current halftime show. She's like really excited or whatever. But then when she's not looking, he switches back to like the football score from a couple of years ago, and like she's like clapping and like, oh my god, like it was like the game from a couple of years ago. She had no idea that what was going on. Anyway, maybe people do more of that kind of stuff. But yeah, great show tonight, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, she's doing the national anthem. Okay, that makes sense. See, you guys are awesome. Thank you for filling us in. But I wanted to go, guys. Asa Jax, he's got a YouTube channel now, and I probably need to plug. I love your intro video, Chris, that you did for your channel. Go check it out. But Chris, not only is he really big into video games, guys, he goes to see every freaking movie out there. You've got like you got the movie pass where you can go anytime you want, and you see every movie. He's very knowledgeable about movies, and it looks like he's doing movie reviews on there. You want to talk about your channel, but please give him a subscribe. He's got 3 subscribers. 3 right now. So you could be one of the first to his channel, and he's just going to grow. So check him out. But
it's at Asa Jax. If you want to look it up. But yeah, I'm doing video games on Fridays, and then I'll put up movies on Tuesdays. So reviews of movies or recommendations I have. But I just want it to be about media, entertainment, things that we enjoy throughout our lives. And I did work for Hollywood Video for 5 years before they went out of business. So I watched a lot of movies.
Okay. Yeah, you sure did. And Dathan, anything you want to say before we go?
Thanks for having me, guys.
Dude, thanks for being here.
Room tour next week. It'll happen. We'll set some time aside. Try to remember.
All right.
I'll clean up.
When you got time.
Actually set aside to clean up.
Or clean my room. So.
Clean your room.
Yeah.
All right.
But seriously, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey guys, if you're still watching, give me a like on the way out. We got 5 people on YouTube, and we still got 1 person on Twitch. So thank you for that, for you being on Twitch. I appreciate you. And give me a like. If you're not subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing. We're at 675, and we're gonna keep on going. So let's keep it going. Anyway.
Yep.
Well, peace out.
All right. Thanks, guys.
See you guys next week.
Take care.
Guys.